Hello, hello. Hello. Welcome to Spirit Tribe Talks with Deborah. Glad to be here tonight. I'm sorry running a little late. I thought we could just hang out and throw some cards, see what comes up. If anybody else comes in, we'll see how it goes. Sorry I'm late. My cousin showed up from Florida, and my mother showed up. Everybody's showing up on the nights I have to do my lives. It's throwing me off here this week. I apologize. It is summertime, so I don't know how that goes in the summertime. Nothing ever goes as planned. There's always a million things in the program that don't work out. Just going to give everybody a few minutes to get in here because I was late getting here. Hello, Carol. How are you? Sorry I was late getting on here, girl. A million and one things. My cousin from Florida showed up. My mother was over here. You know how it goes. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Hi, Fleck. I was sorry I'm late, guys. It's one of those days, but I'm persevering and I'm moving on with it and I'm getting on. And anybody that can join me, I'm glad to have you. So glad to have you. Let me fix this little. Hey, Hershey, how are you? And you know I forgot to bring my phone in here. Let me go get my phone so I can give somebody a wrench, if nobody minds. Hershey, would you mind taking a wrench for me? Let me grab my phone. I'm sorry, I'm disarrayed. Too much company and too much chaos today. Let me grab my phone so I can give somebody a wrench to help me. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I need my phone. So sorry about that, guys. Hershey, do you mind taking a wrench? Let me get on this. I can't do it on this computer. Let me just get on here. There I am. Okay. Oh, okay. You got a wrench. Good. Sorry about that, guys. I can't tell if anybody has a wrench on this computer. I have to look on my phone. Sorry. So sorry about that. Anybody got any question? Let me turn this down so I'm not being... Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I know, Hershey, I can't tell who has a wrench on my little laptop, my little Android laptop. I have to have the phone so I can see. Sorry about that, guys. Has anybody got any questions? Anybody want to read? I'm going to just play on here. We're going to jab and talk. I'm glad you all came. I appreciate you showing up. How's everybody's day going? it thunderstormed here, so I had crazy dogs. Then my cousin showed up from Florida unannounced. And then my mother showed up unannounced. It's been a little bit hectic of a day. Hershey, I was saying I forgot my phone in the other room and I couldn't see if anybody would have a wrench. I apologize. I'm unprepared today. I apologize. So, would anybody like to read? Yes, I see that now, Kelly. I had to go get my phone so I could see that. Somebody want a couple of cards? How's you guys' day gone? Turn my phone off. Why is it echoing or something? It doesn't normally echo. I turned it down. I don't have my phone volume on. Okay, Kelly. Relax and breathe. Okay, Fleck wants to read. Fleck. We get a read for Fleck. Read for Fleck. What are you doing, Fleck? My voice is out of sync. Okay. Is that better? I just turned my phone totally off. I just did, Kelly. Is that better? Yay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Okay. So what I've got cards for you, Fleck, is I've got the Orphaned. I'm using the Colette Baron Reed's deck here. I got the Orphaned, Exchange Gifts, Not For You, and the Unfinished Symphony. Okay. I think you're feeling a little alone for some reason, Fleck. And I'm not quite sure if that's, I don't see that you're alone, like there's people around you, but you're feeling alone inside. And maybe that is because of your gifts and your abilities. And, you know, get around some like minded people. Uh, I keep getting this not for you. And I feel like you're second guessing that this kind of thing is not for you. And, you know, I'm talking about your intuition and um, you seem very empathetic and you take on a lot of emotion and you're not good at getting that emotion away from you. And this is like you've got the unfinished symphony. I'm going to give you a little hint. When I am very empathetic and I used to hold on to everything around me. And I read a very good book by a gentleman who made it so simple for me. He said, imagine your core like a sponge when you're getting ready to go around somebody. When you get hit with an emotion that you know doesn't belong to you, and we all do that because you'll come in a room and all of a sudden you feel tense, or you'll feel overwhelming sadness or something like that. When you get hit with that emotion, just say, I acknowledge I acknowledge this sadness, or I acknowledge this tension, and this doesn't belong to me. Please let it pass through. And imagine yourself like a sponge with all those little holes, and imagine that emotion passes all the way through you and goes out. And that is how I learned to be able to be around other people in a crowd and not take on all of their energy. So practice that, Fleck. That's your unfinished song, is learning how to get rid of that emotion. First, you have to acknowledge the emotion that you're feeling. If you're feeling sad or angry, or you say that's not my emotion, but I recognize it. That I recognize, say that to yourself in your head. I recognize somebody here's angry, but that's not my emotion. I recognize it. That's not mine. Let it pass through. And see if that helps you. Because I feel like you're a lot like I used to be, and hold on to a lot of that residual energy around you. Like I'd be mad for no reason. I don't even know why I'm mad. I'm just mad. But I wasn't acknowledging it and letting it go and saying, that's not mine. I'm not holding on to that. That's not my emotion. Let it pass. And that will help you. And I hope that read is okay for you. That's the message I'm getting for you right now. That's for your spiritual development. Okay, and who else wanted to read here? We had Fleck wanted to read. I thought I saw somebody else that said they did. Okay, Carol. Let me try and be professional here. There we go. Carol would like a read. Carol, I'm giving out spiritual for our spiritual growth. Asking the angels to give us what we need to hear for our spiritual growth today. And I'm using the Colette Baron Reed deck. This is my deck I altered for me so I can fit it in my hands well. Fleck, I hear you say but do you do it with your family? Because I do it with my family. I was doing it with my family horrible. Holding on to their, like, when they were upset or when they were angry or... You want 3 more cards? Okay. Let me get Fleck 3 more cards while I'm on Fleck right now, and then Carol, I'll get you, okay? This is for Fleck. Spiritual advice for Fleck. Cards for spiritual growth for Fleck. Okay. 3 more for you, Fleck. We got happy, breathe, and mending. Okay. So I feel like there's some mending you need to do. This is with a female. There's a female there's some things left that you need to take care of. So take a deep breath, work it out in your head, and make amends with this person. This person is important to you, but I don't know, you all had a disagreement about something, and you need to work that out. Life's too short, Fleck. Happy card. Does that one feel better? Have you had a disagreement with a friend or sister or something lately? Okay, Fleck. I hope that helped you. I'm sorry I might be a bit off because I was a little rushed. I feel okay right this second. Okay, Carol. Uh-oh. I hope that helps you, Fleck. Carol, cards are flying for you, girl. Carol, for you, I've got the Chaos card. I got the Leg Up card. I hope you guys can see these. They're shiny. That's the reason I hate to use them, but they're beautiful cards and they do give me good messages. And the Thinker card. Let me see if I can get that in the... Okay, for Carol. So, Carol, I feel like that you're having some conflict within your life. Because you're probably like me. You got the Thinker card, which means you get in your head a lot and do some self-sabotaging. But you know what? Anybody here will give you any advice you need. If you need help with anything, you know, we're all trying to help each other, lift each other up, help each other out. If you're getting any if you're working on a project and you're stuck on it, you can talk to people about it in here. And if I can help you, I will. I'm not that great at shit myself, but I'm working on it. And if I don't know, there might be others in here, Hershey or Kelly or hey Taro, your way. How are you, Thomas? So that's what I'm getting, Carol. Are you having some issues with something you're working on? You're in a stuck, or you feel like you can't get a handle on what it is? Did Carol leave out? Well, Carol, I hope if you watch this back that you see that. I'm not seeing you in here anymore. I apologize. I threw myself a little off tonight, running late. I apologize. Is anybody else wanting to read? Would anybody else like to have a card? A couple cards? You got stuck doing some studying. Is this in regard to school or is this your work? For some reason, I keep feeling like it's your work. Studying for something for your work. I mean, no matter what it is, if it's work or something for spiritual stuff, holler out. Ask us questions. That's what I love. I love to interact with the audience. They got questions, just talk about it. If Kelly and Thomas and Hershey didn't talk to me, I'd lose my mind because getting my head around this StreamYard has been a handful for me. I'm an old dog, and these new tricks ain't working out for me. Can't seem to get back on track. Is that you're in retirement, Carol? Okay, me too. Took an early retirement, and I'm like working harder than I did. I said I need a job so I can have a vacation. What you mean with Carol? Is this for your spiritual self, or is this spiritual stuff, or is this like just trying to figure out your place at home? I'm with you, girl. Trying to figure out life in general since I retired has been a handful. And to be able to have time to do what I want to do and enjoy myself too. Bounce around some ideas. I mean, we're all lifting each other up in here. I say, yeah, it's hard to balance home life and to do this. And if you have older parents, I have older parents that live right by me that I help look in on. My sister's been ill, which lives right beside them, and it's been a little bit crazy lately. So, and then my dog got sick, so it's just been a lot. My husband's got some issues going on, which has thrown me for a loop. But we're getting through it. But I am struggling. Everybody knows it. I'm screaming. I'm sorry. I need help. But I'm working it through, and it'll be okay. I mean, my thing is, I took an early retirement thinking I could spend some time with my husband, and he's being a workaholic since I'm now home all day, so I can take care of all of the stuff here. So retirement has just been me working at home. Spiritual healing. Are you brokenhearted about something, Carol? Or are you just... We can all send you some... Let's everybody send Carol some healing. You know, sometimes we just need to have a little uplift from our buds in the group. Just do you some deep breathing, Carol. Take 5 minutes for yourself in the morning. That's what I told my niece. You've got 5 minutes. Shut yourself in the bathroom and just have 5 minutes of solitude and take 3 big deep breaths and say, it's going to be all right. Today's a new day. We all do need each other to get through. I'll tell you, this is my happy time when I get to be, 1 hour or 2 hours in here on the thing playing and just throwing cards and talking. This is my happy place. You guys help lift me up, and I hope I help do the same. And any other advice for Carol? Do we have any advice for Carol? Yes, we do. All right. It's saying time to go and breathe, what I was just telling you. So I don't know, maybe it's time to walk away from some of the things that aren't serving you, Carol. Sometimes we overextend ourselves and then when people know that you're home all day, they have a tendency to drop things on you because they know you're home all day. Like you don't have anything that you ever want to do in your life. Sometimes we just got to get brave. Dig down deep and get brave and say, hey, that's not going to work for me. Don't know what to tell you. Sorry. That's not working for me. Let's make other arrangements. And we got to do what's best for us. So, missing your mom. She passed away in 2016. Today has felt like it had just, I'm sorry to hear that, Carol. Is Carol's mom anywhere near? Carol's mom anywhere near? Sometimes I'm blessed enough to be able to contact people, but I'm not really that great at it. Sometimes it just happens spontaneously when I'm in a chat with people, and then people will pop in with little messages. I put the call out, Carol. Carol Butts, is her mother near? Carol Butts, is her mother near? Okay, Carol, I got somebody here. I don't think this is your mother. It's I don't know. Did your mother die? She didn't die when you were, she wasn't young, was she? I have a younger, Who is this? Do you know Adia? Adia? It sounds like she's saying Adia. Carol, do you know Adia? Do you know a woman named Adia or Dia? Oh, okay. She kept saying Dia, Aunt Dia. Maybe she's saying Aunt Dia. Aunt Dia? Did you guys call her Aunt Dia? She's laughing about it. So you must have when you were kids, I guess. No? Aunt Dia. Mama's okay, she said. Thank you, Dia. She's sending you butterflies. Dia said she's sending you butterflies. I don't know what that means, honey. That's the message I got, though. Thank you, Dia. Oh, Dewey. Where are you guys from, Carol? Seems like she has an accent of some sort. I shouldn't say accent, but, you know, like New Yorkers, how they talk different, and people from Jersey, how they talk, in Boston, how they talk different. She has a funny draw on her words. You're in Pennsylvania? Cool. She said she was sending you butterflies. So when you see those butterflies, you know your auntie's around you. Okay, now look. Andia's bringing in a man, and he's a younger man. I'm seeing him as a younger man. They're saying something about a cousin. What's his name? Trent? Trevor? Say it again. Did you have a cousin that died when he was young? Trent. You leaving us, Hershey? Your uncle, Carol? Oh, great. Well, I'm glad I wasn't off. Is it Trent or Trevor? Night, Hershey. For some reason, it sounds like Trevor. Like he made fun of that. Like, acted Trev. I don't know why he's doing that, but he seems like a really funny guy. Like cutting up and making jokes. And Trevor, he says. Is this Charles, Chucky? His friends called him Chuck. Only his family called him Chucky. Okay. They just want you to know they're looking out for you, Carol. They keep an eye on you. Thank you for coming through, guys. I hope that helped you, Carol, to know your family's there. They're right there with you. Oh, I'm so glad. He seems like a jokester, like my husband. A jokester type. He lighten the laughing and lightening the load. Making things lighter in the room when he's there. Making bad situations better by being lighthearted. Has anybody else got anything they want read on? Anybody else got things they want read on, or would anybody else like me to see if I could pull anybody in? I'm there right now, teetering. Got my angels here. Yes. They don't really miss us. Honest to God, Fleck. They don't, because they're around us all the time. Just we don't realize it. They're like, I'm here. I see what's going on. You're not pulling nothing past me. I'm here. I'm right here in the thick of it. I know they know when people have babies. They know. I mean, it's funny when I get spirits come into me, what they bring in, and sometimes they just stay for a little bit, and sometimes they'll jump in and they'll be like telling me everything and talking to me for an hour. So your sister, is Fleck's sister anywhere near? Is Fleck's sister? Did she know you by Fleck? Did she know you by Fleck? Oh, your aunt and uncle. They made you lighthearted. They kept your heart lifted up. They're around you. They want you to know that. That's why them two came in and not your mom. Because they're lifting you up. They want you to know they're okay. And they watch over you and they're there with you and they see what's going on. And, if you ever doubt that, just call them in. Say, look here, I need reassurance. Get in here. Tap my shoulder or flick my hair, because a lot of times we have little things like that we don't realize go on until we're paying attention. Well, they're always there with you, Carol. Don't ever think they're not. They're watching us. All of our families just on the other side. They're watching over us. Danette. Am I saying that right? Danette? Or is it Danetti? Is Danette correct? Is it Danetti? Could you answer me yes or no, Flex, so I know who I'm calling for? Daynette? Daynetty? Daynette. Do I have the sister Daynette here? I'm looking for the sister Daynette. Sister for Daynette. Daynette. The sister for Daynette. Anybody related to Daynette? I'm not getting any step up. There's nothing come in, Fleck. Oh, you're in Texas. It takes a while to get to you. Daynette. Drive the sister Daynette. I have I have a younger boy here. He looks like he's about 12, maybe 13. I'd say between 11 and 13. I am horrible with ages, but he looks like a younger boy. Um, Kind of a nerdy looking boy. Are you here? Are you here for Fluck? Daynette? Are you here for. Oh, you were his friend? What's your name? Paul? Did you have a friend named Paul that died when he was young? Fluck, I have a younger gentleman. I would say he's between, I'd say 11 to 13. He's saying his name's Paul, and he said he knew you. He was a friend, he said. Fleck, he just wants you to know he looks after you sometimes, so. Oh, it was Uncle. Was he more like your friend? Was he more like your age? I get that friend feeling like, was he more your age? Like, I know my husband has a nephew that's actually older than him, but they're more like friends, like they're more like brothers than cousins, kind of. or not cousins, but more like brothers than uncle and nephew. You know what I'm saying? And I get that kind of vibe with him. He just wants you to know he's looking after you. He watches. He said he pops in now and again. Well, thank you, Paul. Have you seen the sister? He he said he can't say, so I don't know what that means. Fleck, I can just give you what I'm getting. Thank you, Paul. Okay. I hope that helps you, Fleck, to know your family's still there watching out for you. I couldn't per se pull your sister in, and when he said, I don't know, what did he say? He couldn't say. That's what he said. When I asked him if he'd seen the sister, he said he couldn't say. So I don't know what that means, hon. I just deliver the message. Just know Paul's looking in on you. Well, we don't never know, because I know sometimes they get tasks to do too, Fleck. From my experience, sometimes they have jobs assigned to them and tasks that they're working on. You know, we have guardian angels that are assigned to us, and um, all that kind of thing. So she may be doing something like that. Well, I hope that helped you, Fleck. Does anybody else want to get a read? Is anybody else interested in a read? Carol, was your mom, did she laugh really boisterous? Are you Carol's mother? Was she really boisterous? She's showing herself. She's like had a magical kind of laugh that would just, you know, brighten up the whole room. Is she kind of redheaded, like a strawberry blonde? Not even so much a strawberry blonde. She was kind of a redhead. It's all right. Carol, does somebody have a strawberry blonde, really boisterous, loud, infectious laugh? I keep feeling like it's this Carol. Is this Carol's mother? Are you Carol's mother? She's laughing, and I said, "Is this Carol's mother?" She said, "I've never been anybody's mother." So I don't know what that means. Real loud, infectious laugh. Oh, they got your back. That's what she says. Tell her we got her back. I feel like this is your mother. But she says, I've never been anybody's mother. She seemed like she was kind of a happy, upbeat jokester. She she's showing herself as a beautiful woman. I mean, I feel like people maybe always didn't think she was a mother. Is why that she made that remark, maybe. I'm just guessing. Don't really know. That's my intuition on it. Should tell you they got your back. They're watching you. They got your back. Thank you for the message. Say the name again. Arlene? Is it maybe Arlene? Thank you for coming through. She got to run. She's got to run. She's got to run. All right. Thank you for coming through. She was she is like a big bright light. And that laugh, she has like a infectious laugh. It's just from the heart. She laughs from the soul. Hi Cheyenne, how are you, girl? Good to have you in, Cheyenne. How's things going, Cheyenne, with your stuff? Oh, you're gonna pull grandfather up in here. Here he comes. She was saying tell her Arlene said hi. So I thought that was her name. I'm sorry. It might have been from somebody else she was giving a message to you. She said to tell you they got your back. Your family's got your back, girl. You ain't never left alone. They're always checking on you. Cheyenne, did you get are you working on your Reiki? Your healing? Cheyenne, are you working on your healing? Are you taking healing classes? Oh, I know when you come in the room, Cheyenne, grandfather stands straight up here in my face. My guide grandfather is like an Indian chief man. He's a relative from a long time ago. Well, Carol, I'm glad that message resonated with you. I think that was your family's way of saying you ain't alone, girl. They're right there with you. Don't ever get down about that. I know we miss them from the other side, but they're here with us all the time. They're watching out for us, poking us, prodding us, knocking things over in the house. Those times I don't know about anybody else, but my stones occasionally fly across this room. Not maliciously. It's not usually when I'm in here. It's when I'm not paying attention and I'll have stones get thrown out into the hallway out the door, which is, I'll be like, oh my God, what do they want now? And I'll have to come in here and it's usually because they're trying to get my attention. Yes, Carol, this group has been so supportive of me. There's always somebody on, and we all try to give messages when we can. I mean, You're working on it. I'm so glad because grandfather's right here. Hey, ask her. Ask her. He wanted to know if you were working on that and if you're wearing your bag. Okay. He wants to know, are you wearing your bag? You've got your protection bag you should be wearing when you're doing that work. You have to have your protection bag on. He's funny. He doesn't normally come through for that, Cheyenne. I don't know. Maybe we're related in some way through the tribe. But he comes through. When you get in the room, he steps up. And that's very rare that I mean, he steps up and talks to me about things, but he's gave me the good messages for you. And he wants to make sure you're wearing that bag, your protection bag. Yes, Carol, please do. You know, you can reach out and just get your spirit lifted up any time of the day or not, because all of the good shows are on this YouTube. First, spiritual networking. I mean, I do the breathing in the morning. Terry at Holding Your Space does a great breathing meditation thing in the mornings at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven in the morning, she does those. So, anybody interested in that, check her out because she's great. No, he doesn't want her to work harder, but he's like is he has told me she's very uh, manipulating the energies. Ricky kind of work. Rick, is that how they say it? Ricky or Ricky? I'm not sure. The energy manipulation with your hands. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Ricky, I think it's called, is what Cheyenne's natural with. She's a natural energy worker. But remember to wear your pouch because that's so important. Your pouch. I don't know if it seems like it's a little cloth or it's a little leather pouch. I'm not sure. Somebody gave it to you. Uh, what is it? If it seems like it's a little leather pouch, but it could be cloth. I'm not sure. And it's protection. It's a protection bag that was prompted to be for you. Okay, Cheyenne. Thank you, grandfather. My other guide said you're going to be a heap big medicine woman. Well, Fleck, I'm so glad you have your brother and son close. Didn't you go down to take care of your brother for some surgery? I've been sending I've been sending vibes for him to have a swift recovery and for everything to go well with you guys. Grandpa wants her to work harder. No, he wants her to exercise her talent, her gift. I feel like we're all born with gifts, guys. Don't you ever just feel like you have a specific gift, a gift for knowing when things are wrong, or a gift of working things out for people, or a gift of knowing things that nobody else knows? Or you do Terry's show, Carol. I know I see you there sometimes. I got stuck, then frustrated, and stopped doing the research and did a Kyle Gray 5-day challenge and wake up to the matrix running in my head. That matrix stuff, it kind of confuses me, but I'm I I'm not a very studious person. I can be honest about that. If it has a lot of work to it, I'm usually not into it. If I'm interested in that area, I'll study on it and want to learn it. But if it's I'm not very dedicated to reboots and junk like that. I'm just not. I'm lazy. I'm sorry. I'm busy and I'm lazy, and I do my you know 7-day challenge. We have a 7-day challenge on Hershey's page. Where you can pull a card for pull a card. Well, I just worked on one recently where I was drawing the 3 cards for spiritual. For stuff I needed to do for me to bring myself in better alignment. And I get out of alignment when my family is when they're being chaotic and sickly and stuff like that. I get myself out of balance because I'm a Virgo and I worry about everything and I think I can do everything for everybody, and I don't do things for me that I need to do. But I think a lot of us women are like that just in general, just because we're the women of the house and we're the mothers and we just do it. I live with my daughter and my grandson. I I seen something that looked like numbers and images. Oh, Carol, numbers. You might see sigils. You might see sigils. You have to check out a couple books out of the library, or get online and read about them. That doesn't really, you don't have to go to the library, and it doesn't cost you anything, but you can get online and read about sigils and how they work with people. Hershey does a lot of, she's a real, she's a brain thinker, like she's a deep thinker. Fleck, maybe I can do a live one day to do a Reiki session. Cheyenne, that would be fabulous. You ever want to come on with me, honey, and do a Reiki? I would love that. I'm not that popular and I'm not in demand. I just started my stuff, but anytime you want to come on here, I love learning about that stuff. I did actually take some classes at a Pathways school here uh, that taught spiritual development and all that. And I was very interested in it. I can't do it myself. My son does it very well. My son's always been natural with it, and my sister is natural with it. I've never been drawn for that. I can do it on myself. I know when I was in Wyoming with my cousin, and I charred my thumb and I healed that on myself. I feel like that's like deep meditation. I'm a meditator because I like my alone time, and I healed my thumb up. My cousin was like, "That was charred up." I'm like, "It's fine now." But I've never really been into doing it on other people. I like when we did the aura cleansing in class, like I have a feel for the peanut butter spots. I don't see auras. I'm jealous of people who do see auras, but I don't personally see them. But I can cleanse an aura because I can feel the peanut butter spots that's on the aura. And I enjoyed doing that when we was practicing that in class. but I never was a big, like, um, hands-on manipulator. I think a lot because I was empathetic, and if people were suffering, then it would, you know, if I was around somebody that has a hurt leg, the next day I get up and my leg's hurting all day. I've gotten better about learning how to not take on other people's energies. But back then I wasn't that great at it. Fleck, why you say you're a real challenge? I feel like anybody that, like, I'm good at sending out healing energy to people from a distance. I'm not good at being close to somebody because I tend to take on their ailments. Or I used to. I've gotten better about that, learning how to let that stuff pass through, and recognizing that's not mine. Or if I'm feeling upset, okay, that's not me, that's not my emotion, pass it through. But I used to be really bad to hold on to all that kind of stuff. But anytime, Cheyenne, that you be interested in coming on here, please do. And, share your Ricky journey with us. I love to talk to people and find out their journey and how they came about waking up, and or what drove them to be interested in what they're in. I love to discuss that. Wait a second. I'm sure, I mean, mainly women show up on the shows wanting a reading. Well, anybody that wants a reading, I got nothing against that. But I like to talk about things too, and learn about things. I don't know that much about everything. I had a little bit of studying in in my little classes I had, and I've read on things. I see us watching a show, and I can ask you if you were doing a show. Cheyenne, are you going to do a show with me, girl? I'm game to have you on. I know you didn't. You start your own show, Cheyenne? Didn't you start your own YouTube? Oh, did Cheyenne leave us? No, I think she's still here. Yes, I am chill and laid back, and I like my alone time. I really do. I like my little alone time to pay my bills and all that kind of stuff, and my alone time to meditate. And you think I'm popular? Well, Cheyenne, I'm glad to hear that. I know I'm sorry with the live streams. I've been horrible with it, but I'm trying to get better. Just seems like every time I say I'm going to do this on Monday and Wednesday, nobody will talk to me from Thursday till Monday. And then come Monday, I get people popping in and out. I'm like, this is trying to sidetrack me. I even told my mother, I said, look, you got to go because I have a live stream. You guys got to get out of here and I told my son, you guys got to go. I got to do my live stream. You're making me late. I'm going to be late. It's physical. Can you help with that? I mean, I feel like a lot of Reiki healers, and I've been watching a gentleman on here who's out of Australia. He does a lot of remote, like this would be like, and when I am in a channel and anybody asks for, can you send me healing, my back is really hurting, we try to send each other healing. And anytime you need that and you want to ask for it, I don't think there's not one person on here that's been offended by that by anybody, and we all always try to send out healing and love and light to whoever we can. You do have a channel, but you haven't gone live or anything. Well, Cheyenne, please. I mean, come hang out with me. We'll hook it to your I think I can do that. I think I can hook it to your Facebook. Or your YouTube. When I do lives with Hershey, I hook it to her Facebook and then I hook it to my YouTube. And I think I can do the same for if I have another guest. I just take Hershey out and would put your YouTube thing in, and I think we can stream it to your YouTube. I did take the plunge and end up getting the StreamYard because if I didn't, I couldn't do live videos, and I was really interested in doing live videos. I know YouTube doesn't allow you to do those until you do your 1,000. So if you get 1,000 subscribers, then they allow you to do that. But I enjoy the live feeds because you get people chatting and talking and asking questions and, talking about their stuff. And I love that. I'm okay. Fleck, I'm going to send you a little healing. Do you have issues with your left? Do you have issues with your left hip area, like in your back? Yes, Hershey will always show up, Fleck. I mean, if I had been on time and done this correctly tonight, I would have had more people in here. I will get on this for Wednesday. Let's shoot for something for Wednesday. I mean, even when you guys come in here, I can invite you to come in and chat with us. So, Ricky can help with pain. Yes, it can. Ricky, and look, if you know an acupuncturist near you, I herniated a disc in my back and I could not walk. I literally could not walk. My children had to come and take care of me, help me get on and off the pot. I mean, it was uh, pressing on a sciatica nerve. So they could get me on my feet, but sometimes just walking across the floor, if I turned just the right way, my legs would fall out from under me. It was horrible. I was like, oh my God, I've never experienced anything so horrible in my life. But acupuncture, acupuncture helped me so much. I cannot stress anybody that's afraid of acupuncture or curious about it. It did wonders for me. And I swear by that and that electrotherapy kind of thing. They give you the TENS monitor stuff they put on you. Yeah, Cheyenne, whenever you're interested, if you want to do something, Wednesday it doesn't have to be a big thing. Just if you want to come in here and talk, I can flip you up. Look, Cheyenne. Let me see. I'm going to invite you here. Oops. Let me get that. Let me get that back out. Where did my thing go? Invite. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Invite guest. That's not right. Oh, I thought I could do it through here. Oh, I hate this. This stupid little computer here is just like being on your phone, kind of. It's not like your regular computer. I have to get my regular computer up and running. Put user in timeout. No, we don't want to do any of that. I thought I could invite you through here. Invite. And maybe I can't. Maybe I'm tripping. Invite, invite. Let me see if I've got you on here, Cheyenne. Bear with me 1 second. No, I do not. Okay. That's not going to work that way. I thought we could invite from the thing, but it doesn't look like we can. So yeah, I guess I would have to do it in advance, Cheyenne, but you know, uh, here, let me. Okay, Cheyenne, I'm sending this message. That's my email, Cheyenne. If you want to just email me and let me know what would be a good date for you, we could set something up, and then I could arrange for it and get you the login for the StreamYard, and we could do a. Um, I only have your phone is fine, Cheyenne, because I can always tell you what they're saying. That's what I do to Hershey. She can't see the chat on her computer. She has a computer like mine, and if she has the chat on, she can't see what's going on in the room because the little boxes are small. I have like I don't know what is in it. It's maybe a 9 inch. It's just a small little Acer laptop. It's just a small little Acer laptop, Asus laptop, and it's okay, but it's not what I want. I want to get my computer hooked up. I have my office tour up doing a bunch of stuff around my house and cleaning and stuff, so I'm going to get that taken care of tomorrow. That's my goal for tomorrow. Fleck, I'm on Bactifin and Neuron. What is it? Baclofen for a lifetime. Baclofen. Why the baclofen for a lifetime? Do you have a lot of what do they call that? Um, like the numminess in your legs. What do they call that? I'm so sorry, cannot think of it right now. Neuropathy. Do you have neuropathy in your legs and your feet? When I hone in on that, I keep feeling it's like your left hip, like right at the top of your butt cheek. In that little joint area there is where you're having a lot of pain lately. And it could be you're right, because sometimes when I'm looking at somebody, oh, Cheyenne, you ain't got to be courageous with me. I mean, look, we're just going to hang out. We're just going to hang out and talk. I just want to know how you started your journey, and was you always a healer? Did you know you were always a healer? Because my son used to do it. He didn't even realize he was doing it. Well, I used to get really bad migraines, and I would be in the bed with an ice bag on my head, sitting in the dark, and he would come in the bedroom and say, "Mommy, I'll make you feel better." And he'd say, "Put your head on my lap." And then it was just the way he rubbed my head. It was like he knew what to do, and he would make my headache better. I don't know how he did it. He just seems to be natural with it. So you have to come on, Cheyenne. We're all interested. We all want to hear you talk about how you what your journey was. I love to hear that about people. You know, what's your journey? What led you to doing what you're doing or want to do right now? Or have you always wanted to do that and just didn't? Were you always good at it and didn't know that that's what it was? Or Fleck, you're not the only one. It's this crazy moon energy because I've been stupid. I call myself stupid because when I get that. And sometimes you'll hear me say my little man's getting that file. My little man's working on getting that file. I get it's this weird moon energy coming on. We've got the new moon tonight. Plus I've had retrograde Venus on me all week. Not all week, all month. It was in retrogrades, it messes with my head sometimes where I get feeling scatterbrained. Yeah, the brain fog. Like I actually was laughing at Hershey because normally during retrograde she whizzes right through them and she's got lots of energy, and I'm the one getting attacked by it. But that last where we had the what did we have three funny things went on at once, and then we were in Mercury retrograde. Hershey even she got affected by it. She was like, "Oh my God, now I know what you're saying." I was like, I just could sit there and laugh because I was like, now you know how I feel. Every time we have the retrograde going on, I'm affected by that. Yeah, Cheyenne, can you talk with us like you do with your kids? Well, I like to hear people's journey. I like to hear the journey. I think we all have different journeys, and some of us, like when I was a kid, I used to have dreams, and it was actually my spirit guide trying to introduce himself to me in my sleep, and I it felt like night terrors to me as a child. He scared the crud out of me, so then I got where I blocked it off. That was like when I was 5 years old, and I got where I blocked it off, and then it wasn't until later in my when I got my teens that I started being curious of just my uncle was always good with it and that, and my mother's pretty intuitive, so I got into it. I know it's been there forever through my whole life, but like when we're kids, when we get scared about things and people don't talk to us about things, we block it down. We block our gifts down. Well, you know, or if you're saying things that are inappropriate and they don't want you to talk about it in front of the neighbors or whatever, they'll say, "Shh, you're making that up." Don't. So they actually block your abilities down by telling you things like that. Luckily, when my kids was young, I was going to those classes at Pathways, and I got this really good book that was about nurturing your child's spiritual gifts and things you could say to them to help them, games you can play with them, and things you could say to them to help them develop their own spirituality and their own gifts, and instill in them that if they are feeling these things or whatever, that it was okay for them and they could talk about it, and you're a little overwhelmed. No one did anything wrong. No worries. I have to dash for now. Okay, Cheyenne, well, email me, please, girl. Come on my page and talk with us and let us know how you did your journey and all that. You have a good night, girl. Yeah, I've gone way over my hour as usual. I always say I'm going to do an hour, and I'm always over here longer because I a windbag and I talk too much. But I appreciate all you coming and showing out with me, and I hope you all come back. And you guys have a good night. Please come back. See you soon.